one of my favorite things to do on the weekend is to get out and enjoy the nature that's around us. You know, often that takes quite a lot of the day and it's a perfect moment to really enjoy what the weekend has to offer. But I still want that big punchy meal at the end of the day. And one recipe that I always come back to as one that kind of saves you from picking up the phone to ring the takeaway and still delivers on all that kind of punchy flavor is my buffalo spatchcock chicken. This is the kind of recipe that I come to when I want something that feels a little bit trashy, but is also good and homemade. So spatchcocking your chicken is a really great way of making sure that you cook your chicken really quickly. So taking the backbone, you're running the knife straight down the spine, not for the faint-hearted. It's a very simple process that literally takes 1 or 2 seconds to do. And then you're gonna flip it over and just push it down. What you are left with now is a chicken that is spread out, that is going to cook evenly and quite quickly in the oven. Hands need a quick wash. I have an oven preheated at 200 degrees Celsius, and it's really important at this point to make sure that it all happens quite quickly. So I'm going to grab up that bird, plop him straight on, and this is your opportunity to season. I've got some cayenne, and I've got some smoked paprika, and I want to give the chicken a good drizzle with some neutral oil. So rapeseed oil, sunflower oil will work here. Give it a generous seasoning of sea salt and black pepper. A little pinch of cayenne is going to add some nice spice, and it's going to echo the flavor of the nice hot sauce we're going to slather this once it comes out of the oven with. Paprika is going to give us the smokiness. It's a handy one to have up your sleeve whenever you need something tasty on a Saturday night. This goes into the oven, 200 degrees Celsius. It's gonna cook off for about 45 to 50 minutes, just until the chicken is nice and crispy, the skin has gone golden, and you've got lovely, tender chicken. While that's happening, let's roast off some potatoes. In with a little drizzle of oil, salt and pepper. To this, a little bit of thyme and some rosemary. Use whatever herbs you have to hand. Go out and pick them and then just rub them into the potatoes so that they really take on that flavor. Great things you could add in here, garlic cloves. You could also add in some slices of red onion for sweetness. All sorts of good flavor. But just like that, they're gonna roast off beautifully. While we have this little bit of downtime in the kitchen, it's the perfect opportunity to make up the hot sauce which we're going to slather the chicken with. So into a pot with some Worcester sauce, some hot sauce, I've got the cayenne pepper, I've got the paprika, and the key ingredient here is a heck load of butter. So into the pot, heat on, and let's get melting on this butter. To this, only a touch of cayenne pepper, just about a half a teaspoon. You can go a little bit heavier on the paprika, about a teaspoon's amount. To this, a little drop of Worcestershire sauce, which is going to add a sort of meatiness to a sauce like this, a roundness of flavour. And last but not least, a good glug. And by a good glug, I mean pretty much the entire bottle of hot sauce. This is like a homemade version of a bucket of chicken. It's nothing fancier than this, but it's homemade and it tastes a hell of a lot better. As soon as that sauce has come up to a nice bubbling point, off with the heat and leave it to sit.
To go alongside our chicken, we're going to make a fresh green salad with a spiky blue cheese dressing. Combine the sour cream with a couple tablespoons of mayo.
Oh, I nearly forgot, a little bit of lemon juice.
Give it all a good mix, and then it's time for the star of this dressing.
Blue cheese. Go the extra mile to get a decent blue cheese for this. This is Young Buck. It's an Irish blue cheese, and it is so flavorful. And you just want to crumble this in so there's nice little bits in there of intrigue and excitement as it kind of crumbles in your mouth. Consistency-wise, this is where it needs to be. So let's give it a taste. Ah, that lemon juice in there is great. And you get the lovely bits of cheese as well. Salad, baby gem, celery, let's get them chopped. If you have some of these celery leaves, do not throw them in the bin. These are full of flavor, so I'm gonna pop them in and around. And now, a little splodging action with this blue cheese dressing. Get some of that blue cheese on top. Woo! That is a hot looking chicken. Beautiful crispy skin. Great flavor going on there. And then we've got our potatoes as well. So you can see just that little bit of time in the oven means that you get left with these really crispy skin potatoes that have taken on all the flavor of the herbs. Now, in terms of serving, this is the easiest thing. And this is why spatchcocking is a great little method, particularly when it comes to making your life a little more simple. Just slice this into portions. Legs off, wings off, and then you have these great little portions of chicken which are ready to go, and people can just come in and tear and use what they want. And now, with that hot sauce, it's time to slather. Don't skimp here, you want this completely coated. Every last bit needs to have a lick of hot sauce over it. Okay, let's serve up. There is a reason why you come back to this type of recipe time and time again. Great spice from the chicken, which is really nice and tender, crispy potatoes, and then that blue cheese dressing over crispy, fresh salad leaves and celery. This is one you're gonna wanna make for your big weekend. I love my weekends and I love my food. And if you can bring those two together and you can find that perfect balance of getting the best out of your weekend and getting really great food on the table, for me, that's a win all round.